Disorderly conduct.
Get out of the car, we'll talk about it, but right now you're resisting arrest.
Get out of the car, we're going to drag you out. We're going to break your window, drag you out.
For what conduct did I do that was disorderly? You witnessed disorderly conduct?
ARS 13-1904.
You witnessed disorderly conduct? Wait, you witnessed disorderly conduct to arrest me? Is there a sergeant here?
My lieutenant's right here.
Okay, you witnessed disorderly conduct to arrest me, Lieutenant? Well, he's saying I'm under arrest. Well, am I under arrest or not? So I'm not under arrest and they just threatened arrest? Okay, I'll agree with you there. Clearly I'm being lawfully detained. Am I under arrest like this officer just said? You said I'm not. Well... Freaking vent's so loud, I gotta... Okay.
Sir, please step out of the vehicle.
No.
Okay.
So I said I'll talk to you.
Okay, do you have any weapons in your car?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Because this is a big difference between us taking you out or not. So you can roll down the window the whole way and let us see your hands.
Okay, you guys have my... You can see my hands. You can see my hands.
This isn't in a good...
Bro.
We're getting to the point where this isn't in a good...
I understand my rights. I know officer safety. Seeing both of my hands right now, if it's a lawful traffic stop, on private property, yeah. So what am I being stopped for?
You want to talk about why we're here?
I want to know. He said I'm under arrest, and you said maybe. Now I'm not stopped for a traffic stop. Clearly,
You're being legally detained.
This situation escalates fast, and what starts as a simple question turns into a tense standoff that raises serious questions about police authority, private property rights, and how quickly things can spiral when communication breaks down. You've got one man sitting in his vehicle, insisting he hasn't broken any laws, and multiple officers surrounding him, giving conflicting commands. One says he's under arrest. Another says he's not. And within seconds, threats of breaking windows and dragging him out are on the table. So what's really going on here? Is this a lawful detention or a case of confusion turning into intimidation? And more importantly, where does the line get drawn between officer safety and a citizen's right?
I mean, I have on film me just talking to him very, we weren't agreeing, but it wasn't yelling.
So I tried to arrange a meeting. We had an incident. He got in one of my security guys' face last night, so I tried to arrange a meeting with the guy. Then he got all pissy on a text with security, even though I'd sent him an email to meet with me about his actions. So then he came up and just stormed the office. Very combative. We have a history of one of the other parks of being combative. He recorded me the whole time. I just wanted to have a professional conversation.
Describe combative. What does that mean?
Raising his voice extremely high.
Okay, so yelling?
Not listening to my side. He's recording me. He escalated this morning. I tried to do it in a professional way. And he said we've aggravated his PTSD, and all I tried to do was talk to him about the rules and policies, and then it got to this.
Okay, so how close was he when he was yelling at you?
Oh, within 3 feet. But he was yelling and using it as what the conversation was last night. So it wasn't like... He's very intimidating. I mean, that's all I can say.
Was he cussing?
No cussing.
Okay, did he threaten you?
Just said he was going to take it to legal and corporate. And so we thought, well, this is kind of getting out of hand. And then we just called when we needed some backup because obviously wasn't going to get a regular conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what are you guys wanting done?
Well, he can't really stay here.
Do you want him trespass from the property?
Yeah, he can't.
Okay.
And I said, I need you to leave the property and we'll deal with this outside, we'll deal with this after the fact. But he can't be here acting like this, and he's already intimidated one of my staff last night. He's intimidating to us.
Okay.
So he can't really be here.
Okay. All right. Do you feel... You keep saying he's intimidating and combative, so combative...
Very argumentative.
Just argumentative? Okay. Was he squaring up with you, bowing up?
No, just...
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't think he's threatening my safety, but he's not listening to comments. Like,
And you guys don't want him here anymore because of him violating whatever policies, rules you have?
well, at this point, since it's got combative like this,
Okay.
and that it's going to escalate, and even though he didn't even respond to my email about meeting with me,
Okay.
and then he just came
But
to the office.
you want him trespassed now? And you want him off property now?
You can feel the tension building, and this is where things start getting complicated. The officer admits there's no crime, but still demands compliance based on officer safety. Now, that phrase carries weight in law enforcement, but it's also one of the most debated justifications in situations like this. The man is asking a very direct question: have I broken a law? And he's not getting a clear answer. From a viewer's perspective, this creates immediate friction. If there's no crime, why the escalation? And if there is suspicion, why not clearly articulate it? This kind of ambiguity is exactly what turns routine encounters into confrontations. What do you think? Should someone comply first and question later, or is he right?
Property boss, I got a lease for a $6,500 contract.
Okay, let me talk to dispatch for a second. We can work this out.
Yeah, how about these guys and how about me and you talk and these guys just cover?
Have your ID by chance, sir?
If I haven't broken a law, I'm not giving you my ID.
No, you're being lawfully detained. But reason
Hey, stop talking to me. Your lieutenant's talking to me. You grin.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, look at you. You just want to shoot somebody or beat their ass. This is the kind of cop that we all know is out looking for trouble. We all saw that grin. We know he wants to bust this window and drag me out. This one here too. This one de-escalating, super good. You can tell why he's the lieutenant. Can these guys look at that face? Just run his plate.
All right, sir. So
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your lieutenant. Cover, contact. Contact, cover. Okay? Well, you're the only one that's not aggravating me and seems to be level-headed enough. These guys clearly want to escalate, pull me out of the truck and beat my ass, take me to jail. These guys over here just don't want to be wrong and get corporate involved because they already screwed up. I am by myself. I've been a member of this for over 2 years. I haven't broken any laws.
Don't go anywhere. Just wait. You got him?
Can I get your name and badge number, boss?
11041.
What's your name? What's your name?
Contreras.
What is it?
Deputy Contreras.
That's him?
Yep.
Thank you, Hughes. Appreciate you being professional. You and the lieutenant, super professional. Those two gonna get you guys in trouble.
Okay.
Everyone can see it on film, man. This will go up. Just, yeah. I know you just walked up. You're 100% cool. These guys already threatened to arrest me unlawfully twice. Break my window. You know, the whole cop. Just what every cop does to scare you and tell you, and it's like, it's just ridiculous. It just jacks the situation up for no reason.
Okay. Is this your call?
no, it's
Who's calling you?
Yeah.
Yours?
Yes, sir.
All right, so here's the deal. Basically, do we have disorderly conduct?
so with him, it doesn't sound like it was necessarily disorderly. He was argumentative, went into the store or whatever, and last night had gotten into an argument and gotten into a security guard's face. That was last night. Today he went in there basically doing this, argumentative, yelling, screaming.
He was yelling and screaming.
No profanities, no threats. He was about 3 feet away from the guy the whole time. He said he felt intimidated, but he didn't feel like he was like in.
Yeah, like wasn't trying to start a fight with them.
No,
Like if you look at
and
the
I asked
disorderly
him-
conduct statute, I mean, does this guy fit the statute?
Disturb the peace of another.
I mean,
Well,
property.
like-
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but yes.
These guys are, so they're.
Yeah, I see
I,
what you're saying.
they
I don't
just
know
like
if you could disturb the peace of somebody whose peace who isn't at
Right.
peace at the
I
time.
see what you're saying.
It's like if I'm starting an argument with you and you're arguing back with
Yeah,
me,
it's
you know.
mutual. I got you. Yeah.
So basically,
So I think
and then I don't think they could trespass this guy because like
it's private
you
property.
buy into this.
I mean,
So,
they
like,
might
he's
be
a member.
they might be violating their own policies or their own whatever the heck, and they might have a lawsuit on the civil side. But it's still private property. They can kick him out if he wants.
Yeah, but he's
Okay,
part
so-
of an owner
so-
though.
Okay, so he's not just camping here.
So
He's in an RV spot. He's like one of these other RV guys. It's no different than like a hotel, isn't it? I mean,
I don't know. Let me ask this dude what's
Well, let me go ask him real
Ask
quick.
it because he said he
what's-
paid $6,000.
Oh, I
so
didn't hear
like,
that.
like if he's a member in this, and
Is that any different than like a timeshare guy that buys into something and staying at a hotel? Like, it's no different.
One officer suddenly declares he's under arrest, but notice something critical: there's no clear explanation of why. Within seconds, the charge of disorderly conduct is thrown out, but even that sounds uncertain and reactive rather than based on a clear, observed violation. This is where contradictions begin stacking up. One officer says arrest, another walks it back. From a legal standpoint, clarity matters, especially when someone's freedom is on the line. But here, the messaging is inconsistent, and that inconsistency is fueling the man's resistance. You can almost feel both sides digging in. The officers are trying to assert control, while the man is demanding justification. And when those two collide without clear communication, things tend to escalate fast.
So as far as the hotel goes,
Well, okay, so let me ask you this. Are you guys willing to fuck this guy up? Because that's what's going to happen.
no, I don't.
mean, we're
I'm
gonna-
not here
yeah.
to.
No, absolutely
So-
I'm not here to fight or
No,
anything like
absolutely
that.
not.
So that's what I mean. So we got this murky civil process.
Uh-huh.
So why are we going to put ourselves in a line? Because it really doesn't change our life if we walk this guy or not.
Except for the
because-
trespassing part.
Well, I'm
He's
not
not-
sure if he is. And
Okay.
if we don't know for sure that he's trespassing,
Yeah.
I mean, like, let's look at the trespassing statute and see. But if he's not absolutely trespassing, if he has some type of property rights to this,
I'm
then
going to go ask them what exactly his role as far as does he live here temporarily? Kind of like does he rent basically?
He has 20. Here, I got some paperwork in here actually.
And then
He has
also, what I'm thinking too
Yes, sir.
is that you can't just when you look at some of these are like residential things, like that guy and these guys with the porches.
Uh-huh.
So that's what it makes it look to me like more of a landlord-tenant thing, or maybe they might have to. Their corporate might have to sue this guy to kick him out of the park.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Because he's probably violating the terms of his contract. There's probably some language in there that says, "Hey, I can't be an asshole when I'm staying here," but that's not us to enforce. So
Right.
that's what I mean. It's like we could seriously put the hurt into this guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Some-
and that's not the route I want to take.
No.
Yeah. I mean, but that's where it's going to go.
And not that this is anything, but the reservation number, and they got a 21-night reserve.
Sometimes people interpret things a little differently.
Oh, I get it,
and
but,
then
like-
when we get it to our side, it's a lot different than.
I get it. I mean, to be honest, I understand that, but the way you approached, the way Lieutenant approached, how is that? You can still shoot someone if you need to, but you don't need to come up like you're gonna fucking shoot him right out the gate like those two did. They literally said they're gonna bust my window, pull me out of my truck when I haven't even done anything. What was your name and badge number real quick? I didn't get yours.
My first name is Patrick. Last name is Bame. 10337.
All right, thank you.
So do you camp here or?
I full time. I'm part of this.
Okay,
I
so
was
you're
just telling
full-time.
him this is like a timeshare for RVs.
Okay.
You buy a membership in. You can ranges from like 6,000 to 16,000, and then you pay yearly dues, and then you travel full time through the system throughout the U.S.
So it's kind of like a landlord tenant
Yes,
thing. Okay.
I would say that would be the closest thing.
Okay. So did everybody kind of explain why we were here in the first place?
Well, I had to figure it out. No, this I when I came out of basically because I said the word escalate in a text is what it's coming down to.
Okay.
Because I asked him what was threatening. When I have it all on film too. I videotaped my whole interaction with him in the office, so he can't say like his employee did. He can't lie and say my dog or me charged him.
Would you mind me explaining why we're here? The call we got.
Oh yeah, no, great.
So, and just try to put yourself in our shoes.
I will.
Coming into this.
I will
Fine.
try.
Okay. So we're getting told that there's a threatening call. Okay. That there's a male subject, yourself, described in your truck.
Okay.
That had threatened a security guard last night and was getting into his face.
Significantly, threats of breaking the window and forcibly removing him are introduced, and this is a major turning point. Up until now, this was a verbal standoff. But once force is mentioned, the stakes change completely. The man continues asking for specifics. What exactly did he do that was disorderly? And interestingly, no one provides a concrete answer in that moment. Instead, the focus shifts to compliance. This is where viewers often split. Some will say, just get out and sort it out later. Others will argue that giving in without justification sets a dangerous precedent. Either way, the situation is now on the edge of becoming physical, and all of it hinges on unclear.
You ask what he did to threaten him?
Just hold on.
Okay,
This
sorry,
is the
you're right.
call.
I'm
This is
sorry.
the
Let me
call we're
shut.
getting.
Let me shut up. Yeah, yeah.
So, us as deputies are responding because now we're being told that there's another male subject, such as yourself, back at the gate, being disorderly, everything like that. Okay.
It's on film, just so you know. But yeah,
I'm sure it
I
is,
know.
but again.
Yep, I hear you, bro. I hear you. You were pulling away as I pulled up, but yeah.
Okay. So, we don't know exactly what's going on. Okay. All we know is that there was a disorderly individual going around,
Reported, yeah.
being disorderly, yelling, threatening people. Okay. So disorderly conduct is basically making unreasonable noise, using language that provokes another,
Threats, yeah, yeah.
or serious disruptive behavior. Okay.
Sure.
So obviously threatening, everybody understands what threatening is. Basically, I threaten to hurt you or whatever, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess I have a big question though.
You don't.
Because of how they're telling you. Because this is what I'm saying. This morning to even call you, why was you called? Because I didn't have any interaction with
Have you ever
any
played
staff
the telephone
member.
game before?
Well, yeah, but that's not my problem.
I
That's
know.
them jacking stuff
I
up.
know, I get that, but you played that game before?
Yeah.
Where one person
Yeah.
says one thing and it goes down the line?
Yeah.
So now these people tell our dispatch what's going on. Our dispatchers are trying to type it in and tell us at the same time what's going on, so things might get lost in translation.
Okay.
So we have to react with what's coming in through the radio and on the screen of a disorderly male subject that has been threatening in the past. We see you leaving. We stopped you. Okay? This is technically it is a traffic stop.
Well,
Okay? Because
is it?
again, we need to detain the
It's
suspect.
stopping a vehicle, but it's not a lawful traffic stop.
It is because we are detaining a
You're detaining an individual. You're not creating a traffic stop where I broke a law, right? You don't know if a law is broken. You're
We have
investigating.
reasonable suspicion
Reasonable
that a
suspicion.
law was
Yep.
broke. That's
Yep.
why you're detained.
Yeah, I got that.
So when a law enforcement officer,
But coming out telling me I'm under arrest when you see no weapons, don't see me being disorderly, and tell me you're going to bust my window and jacking it up, that's pretty freaking out of line,
let me
dude.
explain that. Okay, so when we ask you, please step out of the car.
And I don't have to. If I haven't broken a law or I'm not on a traffic stop, that's MIMS, right?
Pennsylvania versus MIMS is a
Yeah.
driver has to step out of a vehicle
On a lawful traffic stop.
which this is a lawful.
This is
traffic
not a lawful traffic stop.
You
Where you
can-
can disagree on that. Go
stop.
ahead.
Let's agree to disagree. Okay.
Fair enough.
So
If you could tell me the traffic violation that I had to
it
encounter,
doesn't have to be a traffic violation.
it does.
It-
I believe it does. Or you have to witness me breaking the law.
Finally start getting context, and it's very different from what you might expect. The officers explain they're investigating a complaint of disorderly conduct, but as the details come out, it sounds less like a crime and more like a heated disagreement. No threats. No physical altercation. No profanity even. Just an argument, raised voices, and someone feeling intimidated. That's a key word here, because feeling intimidated isn't always the same as a legal violation. This is where things get murky. Law enforcement is being asked to step into what may actually be a civil or interpersonal dispute. And when that line blurs, it puts everyone in a tough position, officers included. Should this have ever escalated to this level in the first place? Because this is crucial. The reporting party admits there were no threats, no physical aggression, and no fear for personal safety. The main issue? The man was argumentative and intimidating. But legally speaking, that's a gray area. Being loud or disagreeable doesn't automatically cross into criminal behavior. And even the officer starts probing deeper, asking if there was cursing, threats, or any physical escalation. The answers? Mostly no. So now the original justification for detaining and potentially arresting this man starts to weaken. What began as a serious accusation is slowly being reframed as a disagreement that may not meet the threshold of a crime at all.